Hi, Steve Finn here, and a tip for you on growing your franchise system or your licensing system as well. So basically what this tip is to simplify the way that you support your franchisees or licensees, but franchisees is what I'll talk about. So look, as an industry, and obviously I've been involved with franchising for more than 20 years, and as an industry, we're kind of built on the foundation of putting a heap of support in and really supporting our franchisees and all that sort of stuff. There's definitely room for it, but it's changing. The world's changing and the expectations are changing, and the financial parameters as to the amount of money that a franchisee earns, what they can afford to pay in fees, and what you can afford to be able to then service them so that you're profitable has changed and is getting under more and more pressure. So the answer to this and the way forward is to simplify the support. So what I mean by that is you can have a look at your whole business and it's almost better to get an external review of this, by the way, because often when it's internal, there's too many things can be justified. Oh, well, we couldn't do without that, and we have to make sure that we've got that. And I know I've been through this myself. And then I had to sort of get myself to a point where when we restructured our business, that all these things were so important, and then I would never go without them. But then I got myself to a point where I was like, okay, I have to let go really of that. So we did, and it's been a real game changer for us and our business. And I know for a lot of franchisors as well that have done the same thing and are doing it at the moment. So it's really around what you do is you're managing the expectation of your franchisees. You might even lower your franchise fees because you don't need as much money from them to be able to provide the support that you're giving and be as profitable as you want to be. So it just depends how you want to do it. But probably where I would start would be to leave the fees as they are, and then I would just adjust the support model as time goes on. So having a lot of people out on the road and all field reps and franchise support people out on the road, that can be looked at. A lot of stuff can be done more centrally. Getting out and visiting people and being on site, this is one of the things that's massively costly. So if you can figure out a way to be able to get around that and not have that, that's a huge thing for starters. Also, when it comes to the way the amount of head office support team you've got that are doing a lot of things and kind of there to help a franchisee when they call up, oh, I need help with this, I need help with that, you basically become a whole call center, and all your team are just there, handling all these things. So the more you can get online and the more video content that you can film and the better structure you can have and make it easy for your franchisees to be able to quickly find what they need, quickly click on something and see an answer to it. And a video is much better, by the way, than things that are written down. Just a quick video. If you have one of your, say it's a small thing that, the way, when something goes wrong with a coffee machine, for example, rather than write it down or, how to clean the machine or something, you could do a video, and it was just a fast video that doesn't take an hour, but a fast video that says, okay, here's how you clean it. And you try to get that whole video done literally in a minute and a half. Now, it might have taken half an hour to film it, but you edit it right down in just a minute and a half. So someone can look and they go, okay, I get the gist of what I've got to do there, and they know how to clean the machine. And that's the sort of stuff that I'm talking about. And you have it as really easy access to be able to get to. And then that way, that might be an extra resource that you don't need. It's actually better support for that franchisee because they can get to what they need too fast, they can find out what they need, and they actually don't need to have all these people that they're sort of meeting with all the time. The main thing they want is they want to feel loved as part of the group, and they want to feel like they're getting value. And value comes largely from profit. So even if they're not profitable, no matter what they're paying you, they're not going to feel like they're getting value. Because it's not value from the support, it's actually value from their business overall. So it's just important to keep those two distinctions. So there's a tip on sort of simplifying your business, simplifying your support. You'll know in your industry and your model what you can do, but it's the way of the future. And if you're not doing it, your competitor probably is starting to. So you may as well get ahead of the game there, I think, because there's margin pressure, all that sort of stuff. It's changing the way things are.